Having trouble creating clear chances in eFootball? This 4-2-2-2 long ball counter setup could be exactly what you've been missing. It's built for quick transitions, sharp attacks, and total control against tough opponents. And since one of you specifically requested this tactic, I had to bring it. So keep the suggestions coming, because I'm always listening to what you want to see. First, I'm going to show you which players to use in each position, and then I'll give you the full player progression of everyone in my starting 11, so you can copy the exact setup and get the same results. In the right back position, I'm choosing defensive fullback Costa Curta for his solid marking, disciplined defending, and reliability in shutting down opposition wingers. In the right center back position, I'm going with destroyer Fabio Cannavaro for his aggressive tackling, excellent anticipation, and strength in one-on-one defensive battles. In the left center back position, I'm selecting build-up Baresi for his sharp defensive awareness, calmness on the ball, and ability to start attacks with accurate distribution from the back. In the left back position, I'm going with attacking fullback Silvestri because of his energy on the wings, consistent overlapping runs, and ability to support the attack while still tracking back to handle defensive duties effectively. In the right defensive midfield position, I'm choosing anchorman Gilberto Silva because of his excellent positioning, ability to intercept passes, and calm presence that protects the backline while keeping the midfield stable. In the right defensive midfield position, I'm going with box-to-box N'Golo Kanté because of his tireless work rate, constant ball-winning ability, and energy to contribute both in breaking up attacks. In the left attacking midfield position, I'm selecting whole player Kylian Mbappé because of his explosive pace, quick dribbling, and sharp finishing that make him a constant threat when making runs into dangerous spaces. In the right attacking midfield position, I'm going with prolific winger Lionel Messi because of his magical dribbling, precise passing, and trademark curling shots that can break down any defense with ease. In the right center forward position, I'm choosing goal poacher Andriy Shevchenko because of his sharp movement, lethal finishing inside the box, and instinct to always be in the right place to score goals. In the left center forward position, I'm selecting goal poacher Karl-Heinz Rummenigge because of his blistering pace, powerful finishing. Now I'm going to start with the goalkeeper, and here is his player progression, showing exactly how I've developed him to maximize his strengths and get the best out of his role in this formation. Now this is Costa Curta's player progression, where I've focused on strengthening his defensive attributes, tackling, and awareness to make him a rock-solid center back in this formation. This is Fabio Cannavaro's player progression, where I've improved his tackling, defensive awareness, and aerial ability to make him a dominant presence at center back. Now this is Franco Baresi's player progression, where I've focused on enhancing his defensive awareness, ball control, and passing to maximize his build-up play style from the back. This is Silvestri's player progression, focusing on his pace, defending, and support for overlapping runs. This is Kanté's player progression, boosting his stamina, ball winning, and passing to maximize his box-to-box role. This is Gilberto Silva's player progression, enhancing his defensive awareness, interceptions, and physical strength to excel as an anchorman. This is Lionel Messi's player progression, focusing on his dribbling, passing, and finishing to make the most of his prolific winger role. This is Rummenigge's player progression, improving his pace, shooting, and off-the-ball movement to maximize his goal poacher instincts. This is Shevchenko's player progression, enhancing his finishing, acceleration, and positioning to sharpen his goal poacher role. For the individual instructions, I'm setting Silvestre to play with a defensive instruction, so he stays back more and keeps the left side secure. Now let's implement this in a match to see how everything works together. And while we're testing out the tactics, let me tell you a story that really shows why this 4-2-2-2 long ball counter setup is such a game changer. Back when I first started using long ball counter, I honestly didn't trust it much. I used to play possession style all the time, keeping the ball, passing it around slowly, thinking that was the safest way to win. But the problem was, I kept running into opponents who would press aggressively, steal the ball, and score on the break. It was frustrating. I was controlling the match, but still losing. One day, I decided to switch things up and give long ball counter a proper try. I set my team with pacey forwards and midfielders who could handle those long, diagonal passes. The very first game I tried it, I noticed a huge difference. My defenders weren't panicking under pressure anymore. Instead, they were launching quick balls forward, and my attackers were already making dangerous runs. Within the first 20 minutes, Rummenigge scored from a single through ball, and I was shocked at how easy it felt. But here's the funny part. At halftime, my opponent had 70% possession, while I only had 30%. Normally that would look like I was getting dominated, but the scoreline told a different story. I was 2-0 up. That was the moment I realized possession doesn't always mean control. With long ball counter, I was the one dictating the flow. My opponent was playing into my hands. Over the next few matches, I refined it. I adjusted player progressions, I tested different roles like switching between anchorman and box-to-box midfielders, and I even experimented with my fullbacks, whether to keep them defensive or let one overlap. Slowly, the formation became my signature style. I remember one match in Division 3, it was 1-1 until the 88th minute. My opponent was bombarding my defense and I barely survived a corner. The ball fell to Gilberto Silva, and instead of trying to dribble out or make a short pass, I trusted the long ball counter system. I launched a diagonal ball straight into space, Son Heung-min made the run, crossed it to Shevchenko, and boom, last-minute winner. The chat after the match was hilarious. My opponent couldn't believe I beat him with just 2 passes. That's what makes this system so powerful. It teaches you patience and timing. You don't need to dominate possession. You just need to strike when the opportunity opens. And the best part? It works consistently. If you stick to your instructions and trust the movement, you'll frustrate your opponents while creating chance after chance. So as you're watching this full match, pay close attention to the runs, the positioning, and how the players link up with those long diagonal passes. This isn't just about copying my setup. It's about understanding how the system works so you can apply it in your own style of play. And here's the thing. Once you start mastering this system, you'll notice a big change in your gameplay. Matches that used to feel stressful will suddenly feel comfortable, because instead of panicking under pressure, you'll know exactly where your next move is going. Your defenders won't just clear the ball randomly, they'll find your midfielders or attackers making smart runs. And when you see your opponent pushing too many players forward, you'll actually welcome it, because you know that one quick ball into space can flip the whole game in your favor. I still remember the first time I went on a long winning streak with this formation. Every match felt like a test, but instead of struggling, I was actually enjoying the challenge. I wasn't scared of stronger opponents anymore, because I trusted the system. Even when I was trailing, I knew I only needed 1 or 2 quick chances to turn the game around. That confidence is what helped me climb divisions and stick to this playstyle. And if this formation doesn't work for you, don't worry. I've also made videos on other formations that might suit your style better. So make sure to check out my channel and find the one that fits you best.